Most people fear being alone. They think loneliness is something to escape, but the truth is, solitude is not emptiness, it's power. The ability to be alone and still feel complete is one of the highest forms of strength. Because when you're alone, you're no longer performing. You're no longer shaped by noise, opinions, or expectations. You meet yourself, your thoughts, your fears, your truth. We live in a world that constantly tells us to stay connected, to always be online. But when you're always connected to the world, you slowly disconnect from yourself. And that's why so many people feel lost even when they're surrounded by others. They've forgotten how to be with their own mind. Solitude is not isolation, it's self-connection. It's the space where your mind breathes and your thoughts become clear. The greatest minds in history, from Nietzsche to Leonardo da Vinci, spent long hours alone, not because they disliked people, but because they needed silence to think freely. They understood that creativity and wisdom are born in stillness. When you spend time alone, you begin to see your life without filters. You stop chasing validation and start seeking truth. You start realizing how many of your dreams were never truly yours, they were borrowed from others. Solitude helps you shed the layers of noise until only authenticity remains. But here's the secret: being alone doesn't mean cutting the world off. It means facing it with clarity. It's about building such inner strength that whether people praise you or ignore you, you remain grounded. When you master solitude, you stop depending on the world to make you feel enough, because you already are. So how do you practice it? Start small. Take a walk without your phone. Sit in silence for 10 minutes each day. Write what you feel instead of scrolling through what others feel. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. That's normal. That's the noise of your mind finally quieting down. Over time, you'll notice something changing. You'll start to think more clearly, act more intentionally, and feel more peaceful. You'll no longer crave constant company because you'll have made peace with your own. That's when you truly grow, not when you're surrounded by people, but when you can stand alone with yourself and feel complete. Solitude is not loneliness, it's your return to wholeness. When you learn to be alone, you stop being afraid of being yourself. And in that space of silence, you discover the most important relationship you'll ever have, the one with your own mind. So take time today to be alone, even for a few moments. Not to escape the world, but to reconnect with who you are beneath it. Because the moment you find peace in solitude, you'll never feel lonely again.